Everyone online says software engineering is a dream job. You got the high pay, the remote work, free snacks, free food. But for a lot of people, becoming a software engineer is a terrible idea. I've been in tech for over 8 years at this point, and here's some reasons why you might want to think twice about becoming a software engineer. Let's get into it. So the first reason is you hate constant learning or change. In tech, the only thing that's constant is change. New languages, new frameworks, new tools just pop up every month. And if you want a job where you can just learn it once and coast for 20 to 30 years, software engineering is not for you and it will eat you alive. With software engineering, you have to keep learning forever just to keep up in this field. The next reason is you're not ready for constant rejection. And I don't say that lightly. I do mean constant rejection. The industry is full of rejection from the day you get into it, right? Internships, fresh out of school or while you're in school, you'll get rejected time and time again. And if that's not enough, when you go to apply for a job after graduating, you will get rejected a ton, and you'll get ghosted. Even when you're in the role and you're trying to push code or do some type of pull request, you will get rejected there as well. So the rejection doesn't stop. And for a lot of people, rejection is really hard to face and it's hard to go through. Some people take rejection really hard, and software engineering is not for that person. Even when you're inside the company, your ideas, you will have a great idea, it will get shut down. Your code will get torn apart in reviews where you thought that you had pristine code, you were doing things the right way, and some senior or lead will come over there and rip your code apart. And if you can't handle people telling you no over and over and over again, you'll burn out fast and it'll really mess with your mental. The next reason is going to be you just want the money. So yes, some engineers, especially if you only look at things online, a lot of engineers do make 6 figures and above. But if the only reason you want to become a software engineer is paycheck, then you will burn out fast, because the reality of debugging for hours or working on projects you hate will absolutely. Curiosity and persistence matter way more than a salary number. And not all software engineers make over 6 figures, especially with today's market. Now you do see all of these bigger salaries. You'll see, 500K, 300K plus, 200K plus, and you'll see all of this, especially online you'll see. But what you're not seeing is you're not seeing 60Ks, the 70s, the 80s. You're not seeing those, because those are the people that are probably out there, not online, and just kind of doing their day-to-day, which in reality, if you look at the grand scheme of things, there's more of those people that are not online than the ones that are. So just be very careful and really understand that these 6-figure roles, while they are possible, that shouldn't necessarily always be the expectation. And this is one of the biggest ones that I see, especially for new grads coming out, is not being able to handle ambiguity. So when you get into the real world and you get a job, especially in tech, no one tells you exactly what to do step by step. Whereas a professor or, some type of TA will tell you the exact steps to get to a certain point. That is not how the real world works. That's not how tech works. You'll get a vague goal, a loose deadline, and you'll have to figure out the rest yourself. Maybe as a junior, you'll get a little bit more hand-holding, but at the end of the day, it's completely different. And I see a complete culture shock with people that come out of, school and come right into the workforce, and they have a really hard time in dealing with ambiguity because they're so used to somebody telling them exactly what to do. So if you're someone that freezes when your path isn't clear, this job will frustrate you every single day. The next reason, which is one of the reasons why I thought tech would be the perfect, or software engineering would be the perfect thing for me. It was because I did not like working with people. Well, let me tell you something. You'll be working with a lot of people. All right. The days of like the coder that just sits in their basement and does all these different types of things. If you're that person, you're probably not watching this video. Maybe you are, and not talking to anybody and just coding away in your little 3 foot by 3 foot room. No, that's way too small. But your 10 foot by 10 foot room or your grandmother's basement and just coding away, that is not what software engineering is. You will have to speak to people, and you'll have to speak to people on very different levels of communication. Software engineering is not sitting at your desk all day and not talking to anybody or not having to interact with anybody. You'll be in meetings, you'll be explaining your work, reviewing code, and negotiating different priorities and features. The best engineers aren't just good at code, they are great at communicating. The next thing is you want quick results. Software engineering is not instant gratification. Nowadays with social media and all these different things, where easy to get instant gratification, software engineering is not that. Projects take months or even years. You'll spend a week fixing a single bug only to find out there were 3 more down the line waiting for you. If you need constant visible progress, this type of work will drive you nuts. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't become a software engineer? Of course not. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you can handle rejection, embrace constant learning, solve problems with others, this can be one of the most rewarding careers out there. But if you're just chasing easy money, guaranteed success, and a stress-free life, this isn't the field for you. So with that being said, I am going to announce something here, and I am providing one-on-one coaching. Of course, you can watch my videos and you can, follow these along, and maybe they do help you. But if you want a more one-to-one coaching type of style, I am going to offer that. A link's going to be in the description. I'm going to, have you fill out a form, see if you're actually serious, and if you are, we can schedule a call. If any of these things you're not willing to go through, then the coaching session is not for you. But if you are the person that really wants to take this seriously and actually get into software engineering, fill out the form. If you make it through the screening, then we can schedule a call and we can be on a more one-on-one, a lot more tailored to what your goals are and what you want to do, and I can help you get there. All right, I'm not gonna guarantee you anything because I don't really believe that there's a guarantee of anything, to be honest, but I will do my best to succeed. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Why not? Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'm out.